Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I am super excited because I have another foundation to try out for you guys today. You all know foundation reviews is one of my most favorite things to do here on my YouTube channel. And I have the new Hourglass Ambient Soft Focus Foundation in my stash today. This little beauty dropped a few days ago on the Hourglass website as well as on the Sephora website. I picked mine up from Sephora. It retails for, brace yourself, $58. There are 32 different shades. I picked up shade 4 and I'm excited to try it. $58 bucks, this better do amazing things for my complexion. Am I right or am I right? This is not my first time trying an Hourglass foundation. I do have their Vanish Foundation, which is a very full coverage matte foundation. Not my favorite. And I also have their foundation stick. I forget the technical name of this one, but I have this one in 2 different shades, which are Buff and Porcelain. I will be swatching everything next to one another later on in the video. That way, hopefully it'll help you make a good shade buying decision. But I do have shade 4 on right now, and I think shade 4 is absolutely perfect for me. Now let me give you some quick facts, specifics about this new one from Hourglass. It is going to be a medium buildable coverage foundation. It's going to provide a natural finish. It says that it's going to be long wearing. It is cruelty free and vegan. And more importantly, it's going to provide 16 hours of a light diffusing effect to the complexion. Now, Hourglass is known for having all of these light diffusing powders that are just gonna blur and give our skin an airbrush finish. They also have their airbrush concealer, which I just decluttered that one because of age, but a lot of their products are meant to give the complexion that candlelight glow, that soft blurred filtered effect. And I will say that I do enjoy a few of their products. I don't get to buy a lot of their products just because they are more of like a luxury price, and at least I think $58 is a luxury price for a foundation. But what I do have from Hourglass, I have their Infinity powder, which is a beautiful powder. I'm wearing one of their highlighters right now, the setting spray. I've enjoyed a lot of their products. So you will see me use and talk about a couple other Hourglass products that I currently have in my stash. But I'm excited for this foundation, 1, because it's going to be a natural finish, and 2, because it's going to give us that soft focus lit from within type of a glow. Now, if it is your first time here on my channel, first and foremost, hi and welcome. My name is Steff. I am 40 years old and I have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. What I look for in a foundation is at least medium coverage, and this one is going to provide a medium coverage. I do have some old acne scars and minor discoloration on the sides of my cheeks. That's always where I tend to build up coverage, so I'm happy to see that this foundation is a medium buildable foundation. When I choose a shade, I usually go more for fair to light with neutral to warm undertones, and that's why I went with shade 4, and I really think shade 4 is a great shade match. I will be inserting a picture of what this looks like outdoors. That way, hopefully that picture can help you make a good shade buying decision. But I'm happy to see that they dropped 32 different shades in this foundation. Sometimes Hourglass can be known for a very limited shade range, unfortunately, but I think 32 shades, I think hopefully everyone can find their place somewhere within the shade range. Now, another thing that I look for in my foundations is that it's going to last 10 hours. That's usually, you know, a typical work day, including travel time for me. My foundation can look pretty decent at the 10-hour mark, then I am happy with that. I know a lot of you needed to go 12, 15 hours. This does say it's supposed to be a 16-hour foundation, so we're gonna get to see how it holds up. I do live in South Texas where the heat and humidity is unreal right now, and I'm just really excited for this one. And once again, if it is your first time here on my channel, I think you picked a good one to tune into. I love doing new makeup reviews. You see a lot of the latest and greatest in makeup here on my channel, and I cover all price points from drugstore to luxury. and a lot of in between. If that sounds like something you want to see on pretty much a daily basis, because I do upload quite a bit, do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon so you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, guys, go ahead, give it a thumbs up on your way out. That helps me out so much. I'm excited for this one. You know I live for foundation reviews, and I'm always down to try any different type of foundation. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm here to try it so you guys don't have to. And of course, guys, as usual, all of the makeup that I'm using and talking about will be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I did film this makeup look. I filmed this using the Provence palette from Nomad Cosmetics, as well as the Sugar Dreams palette from Sugar Drizzle. And I did film this look for Instagram, so I'd love it if you guys would follow me over there. It is at Steff's Beauty Stash. Now, today's video is, of course, going to be a 2-day, 10-hour wear test. That's how I do all of my foundation reviews. Day 1, you will see me apply this foundation without any helping products. So no primer, no powder, no setting spray, just the foundation, maybe a little bit of bronzer and blush. But I really want to test out the foundation by itself to see how it's going to hold up. On day 2, which is today, I am obviously wearing it with a full face of makeup, and I of course will let you know what products I went in with. I'll do my periodic check-ins during both days, and of course I will wrap up the video, share with you guys my thoughts, how I felt this wore, and I'm also going to give you some dupes, alternatives, recommendations in case this $58 foundation is not in your budget at the moment. Don't blame you. I got you covered. If you guys want to see how the new Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation is going to wear on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin for the next 2 days, keep on watching. I am so excited to be trying another new foundation, Ambient Soft Glow from Hourglass. Once again, I picked up the shade 4. So day 1, no primer, powder, setting spray, nothing. I think I'm filming a eyeshadow palette video today, so I will likely have to do bronzer, blush, highlighter, but I'm going to try and just make those like cream-based products. Usually if I have to film something else on day 1, I try to make it like just cream products and stuff, and I try not to go overboard with the highlighter because I want to be able to see really like how this foundation is going to wear on its own. So there we go. That is about a pump and a half. So I'm gonna see if, because the first Hourglass foundation, I think it was the Vanish, you only needed like half a pump for your entire face. Somehow with this, yeah, the consistency is definitely thinner than that one. So I have a feeling you're gonna need, I typically use 2 pumps of foundation, so I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna need with this one. It is applying beautifully. Wow. And this is my BK 101 foundation brush. So I'll do this right side with the foundation brush, and then we'll do the left with the damp beauty sponge. Wow, this is a beautiful finish. Beautiful. It's supposed to be a natural finish, which I love that, and medium coverage. This is beautiful. First impression, very impressed. All right, now I have a little bit left, so I'm gonna get my damp beauty sponge. Okay, so I've already used up what was on the back of my hand. I feel like I definitely got more coverage from the makeup brush, and that's just my preferred method of application. It used to be the sponge, but ever since I got a hold of this BK Beauty brush, it has changed my foundation game for sure. Now that's typically what I do, or what I use to apply my foundation, and then at the end I'll take whatever's left on the back of my hand and use my damp beauty sponge and just press everything into the complexion. But here's the side with the sponge, and then here's the side with the brush. This looks beautiful on my complexion. Wow. And I think shade 4 is an absolute perfect match for me. So I typically like to build up coverage right here on the sides of my cheeks. That's where I have some old acne scars and minor discoloration. So just pumped out a little bit. I'm going to go in with the BK Beauty brush. And I'm just going to stipple the product right in here. I'm not going to do any spot concealing. Let's appreciate how beautiful this foundation looks. Oh my goodness. What a difference between this one and Vanish. Like night and day. I'm loving this formula so much better than that one. Like so much better. If you have that one, you know what I mean about it being thick and full coverage. This is totally different. This is so lightweight, and the natural finish, it's just like, I don't know, like it's just beautiful. I think this is first impression really, really good. I'm going to add a little bit of concealer. I have the one from Lawless. I've already decluttered my Hourglass concealer just because of age. That was a good concealer, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite concealer. I definitely like the Dior and the Lancome concealers better than I do that one. So that's why I haven't repurchased it. I'm going to use my BK Beauty Concealer brush. So this is a concealer that you don't need to set. It's a self-setting concealer. I have done a review over it. Okay, so I think the concealer looks great with the foundation. I'm just loving what I'm seeing with this one. I am going to be doing this wear test for 10 hours today. No touch-ups or anything. I'll go outside, take a picture so you can see what it looks like in the sunlight, but I really think shade 4 is a perfect shade match for me. And I have high expectations. I hope that it's able to look this good at the end of the day, or just close to this good at the end of the day. I always have higher expectations for day 2 than I do day 1, just because I am a normal to oily skin type, and typically powder does help my foundation to stay on and look better for longer. But we'll see, guys. I will check in with you guys probably after lunch. We'll see how the new foundation is wearing, and of course at the end of the day to wrap up this day 1 wear test with the new Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Hey guys, a 5-hour check-in here with the new Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Obviously, I've been busy filming. I have been busy filming with the Primal palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I believe you will see this Primal video go up before you see this foundation video go up, so definitely stay tuned for that. These are just 2 of the 4 looks I created, but this is how my complexion is looking. So I didn't add any highlighter, no powder, primer, setting spray. I did a little bit of cream bronzer. I'm using the new one from Beautyblender right here. This does have a highlighter, but I didn't put on any highlighter. And I'm also using the cream blush from Beautyblender. This one is in the shade Cheeky Pink. So I'll have those in the description box in case you're curious about them. But this is how the complexion looks. I feel shiny. Like I feel my nose and my forehead are definitely getting some of the oil starting to come through. And I feel like right here on my chin and right here like around my mouth area, it's starting to show signs of wear, and I kind of noticed that around the 3-hour mark, but I wanted to wait and see, and we do this 5-hour check-in together, but I I have higher expectations for it tomorrow when I get to, you know, wear it with my favorite primer, some powder, some setting spray. For me, that I'm a normal to oily skin type, that's really gonna just help the foundation to get me a good 10-hour wear. I don't think it looks bad right now. I really love the way my complexion looks. Everything just looks so smooth and just so diffused, and that's the main thing behind this new foundation. It's supposed to just give you a light diffused airbrush look for 16 hours. I won't wear it for 16 hours. I just need it for 10. But so far, I think it's looking really good and it feels very lightweight. I don't notice it like settling into pores, settling into fine lines. I think maybe around the nose, it is, you know, starting to cake up just a little bit because my oil is starting to come through. But I have a feeling tomorrow it's going to do an even better job. Still has 5 more hours to go today though, so I will be back at the end of the day. We'll wrap up this day 1 wear test and we'll see how this new foundation is looking. Hey guys, 10-hour check-in here, trying out this new one from Hourglass. So, definitely shiny, and I noticed my oil starting to come through pretty early on. Remember, no primer, no powder today. I do see that it really looks makeup-y, like in through here, like all around the mouth, on the chin, my nose, in between my brows, and that's obviously because my oil is starting to come through. I do see it, you know, breaking up on the nose. Remember, I haven't touched up at all. Nothing like that. Like, what you see is exactly how it looks 10 hours later. I've been indoors, outdoors, you know, it's hot, it's humid down here in South Texas, and this is how the complexion is looking. I love the finish. I love the coverage. It's a very lightweight foundation. I didn't find that it settled like into any pores or fine lines or anything like that. But now, after 10 hours of wear, it's definitely looking makeup-y, and I'm ready to remove my makeup for the day. But I have high expectations for this tomorrow. I mean, just the finish of this alone when I was applying it and how it looked throughout the day, it really has like an airbrush finish effect to it. And so I think that tomorrow it's going to do a much better job. I'm so excited. I will do a check-in with you guys in the morning after I apply my makeup. I'll let you know what products I went in with, and then we'll do another 10-hour wear test, and we'll see if this new Hourglass Ambient Soft Focus Foundation is worth its $57 price tag. $57. That's a chunk of change. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Here is how the complexion is looking with all of the helping products. Let me quickly tell you what I went in with. So for primer, I went in with this one from One Size. This is the Secure the Blur Primer. I've been enjoying this quite a bit. Of course, I applied the foundation. I only set my T-zone and the under eye area with some Urban Decay All Nighter Loose Setting Powder. Blush and bronzer. Bronzer, I went in with the new one from Too Faced. This is their new natural bronzer. A little bit of my LA Girl blush. This one is in the shade Just Peachy. I am using some Hourglass products. So I'm using the Ambient Strobe Light. This is the highlighter palette. And for setting spray, one of my favorites from Hourglass, this is the Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. This is a beautiful setting spray. And this is what I have going on my complexion. I didn't powder down the perimeter of my face just because I'm using a powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. But I did powder down the T-zone, and of course I set it with some setting spray. So I'm loving the way the complexion looks. This foundation has a beautiful finish to it, beautiful. And I really think shade 4 is a great shade match for me. I forgot to go outside yesterday and take a picture, so I'm gonna do that right now so I don't forget before it gets any hotter. But very happy with the way it looks right now. But it has a full day's wear to go. So I'll be back after lunch. We'll do the midday check-in, and of course I'll be back at the end of the day, and we'll wrap up this 2-day 10-hour wear test trying out the new Hourglass Ambient Soft Focus Foundation. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here on day 2 with the new Hourglass foundation. Here's what my complexion is looking like. So I definitely think that my oil is more controlled today than it was at this time yesterday. I don't see a lot of that, the same issues that I was having at this time yesterday as I do today. And that is likely because I am wearing my primer, powder, and setting spray with this new foundation. I think it looks beautiful. I don't have any bad things to say about it right now. I think my complexion just looks flawless. I have a nice healthy glow going on, and the finish of this foundation is truly beautiful. It's not settling into fine lines. It's not accentuating pores. It's just a lit from within type of glow. Exactly what it says it's going to do, it's been doing that. So it has 5 more hours to go. I'll be back towards the end of the day. We'll wrap up this 2-day 10-hour wear test trying out the new Hourglass foundation. I will be sure to give you some dupes and alternatives in case this $58 foundation, which I don't blame you, is not in your price range at the moment. I'll give you some alternatives, guys. And so we'll see what this is looking like a little bit later. Hey guys, we've come to the end of this 2-day 10-hour wear test trying out the new Ambient Soft Glow Foundation from Hourglass. And here is what my complexion is looking like. So like right in this area, I think you can see how it's starting to cake up. That's because my oil's starting to come through, and definitely around my mouth and on my chin, it's showing the same signs of wear that it did yesterday. I think it did a much better job today on my forehead and just everywhere else. But this being, you know, my nose being the oiliest place on my face, my mouth area tends to be the place that foundation tends to break down on me first. It definitely, you know, it looks like I've had it on for 10 hours. And the Vanish foundation, the one I talked to you guys earlier about in this video, which is their full coverage foundation, it's a thicker foundation, that also doesn't get me a good 10-hour wear. That one is, you know, like a good 6 or 7 hours. And I kind of feel like this is about maybe a good 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours. And then, you know, it starts to look a bit makeup-y. I still love the overall finish of this foundation. I think it is a beautiful natural finish that really does help to like blur the complexion, kind of just give a filtered effect to the complexion, but it does start to break down when the oil starts to come through. Now, I didn't do any touch-ups. Maybe if I had done a touch-up or two during the day, it wouldn't look like this. However, I don't always have time to do touch-ups during the day. So that's why whenever I do these reviews, and wear test, I never touch up the makeup because let's be honest, sometimes we don't have time to touch up our makeup and we just need the foundation to work for a set amount of hours. For me, it's 10. And I think it looks nice. I'm not going to completely say it's a terrible foundation. I don't think it's a terrible foundation. Do I think it's worth the $58 price tag? I don't know. I mean, I like it. I think it looks beautiful. Is it the most long wearing and best wearing foundation that I have in my stash? No. And I have those kind of foundations for a cheaper price tag, which I'm going to share some of them with you right now. So keeping on like the higher end side of foundations that are still less than $58, I think if you want something to give you the same kind of like filtered effect, blurred effect with medium coverage, kind of like a natural finish to where you'll have a nice glow throughout the day, I love Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue. On me, this will get me a good 10 hours. No problems. This is such a beautiful foundation. If you haven't tried this one, I definitely recommend trying this one out. Also, some of you asked me to compare this to the new Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation that was just released. This foundation is beautiful and it is worth its $49 price tag. This lasts on my complexion all day. It did a fantastic job at the 10-hour mark. I will have my foundation playlist, which includes this video and this video too over here. But I'll have that in a pinned comment. That way you can browse through it and see all the foundation reviews that I've done throughout my 3 years here on YouTube. But this new one from Lancome is beautiful. A very similar finish, although I feel this one, it's definitely more long wearing, and I feel like it just provides a bit more of a glow. Same amount of coverage, but this one, it just lasts longer and it looks better for longer. So between the two, I would definitely go with the Lancome one. I also love, you guys have heard me talk about this so often, the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. This is the new formula for 2022. This is a beautiful long wearing foundation that's also going to get you that medium coverage and give you that nice, healthy, lit from within type of glow. These three foundations that I just mentioned are all between the like $42 and $52 price point. So while they are still less than this new one from Hourglass, they still a little bit on the pricey side. Now, if you're saying, Steph, I cannot afford anything near $50, $40, even $30 at the drugstore, I did manage to find two in my stash that I think would be very similar to this foundation. The first one being from Catrice. This is a Catrice Trueskin foundation. It is a hydrating foundation. It is a beautiful foundation, a good medium to full coverage. It's definitely going to give you that natural finish, and this does a phenomenal job of lasting all day on my complexion. This is a beautiful one. You can find Catrice on their website, and you can also find Catrice on Amazon. Also at the drugstore, one of my favorite brands, Wet n Wild, and this is the dewy version of the Photo Focus foundation. I love the dewy. I love the matte. I think that they both hold up equally great throughout the day. And again, I am 40 years old with normal to oily skin. I powder down these foundations. I have to powder my foundation in order to get that longevity, in order to keep my oils away, because like I just said, I don't always have time to touch up. I have found that these Wet n Wild foundations, even the tinted hydrator, all Wet n Wild foundations that I have in my stash have done such a great job for me. And so if you are looking for something on more of the affordable side and you want a good medium coverage, it's going to give you that kind of like dewy complexion or more of like a natural finish, because that's what the Hourglass is, I would definitely check this one out from Wet n Wild, and of course this one from Catrice. But those are my recommendations, dupes alternatives for you. I don't feel like I have an exact dupe in my stash for this new foundation from Hourglass. I think it's a beautiful foundation. I really do. I think if you have dry skin, I think this is going to work really well for you, because it doesn't cling to anything, and I don't feel like it accentuates any texture or anything like that. It really does give like that soft focus, that blurred filtered appearance to the complexion. If you can get past the $58 price tag, I would say it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you are a fan of other Hourglass products and you like the brand and the powders work well for you. I think, yeah, this is a really pretty foundation. I just wish it lasted a bit longer on my complexion, but I'm still gonna wear it. I still love it. I think the finish is just really what stands out to me about this particular foundation, and I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you thought about this 2-day 10-hour wear test. And let me know if this new foundation is on your radar. I'm sure some of you ordered it already, or maybe you're just waiting around to see some more reviews and wear tests of it. I will say, I will give you guys one last recommendation, and this goes for Charlotte Tilbury and then this new product, e.l.f. You can pretty much transform any of your foundations to a more natural, dewy-like foundation just by adding a product that is similar to this. So this is a new e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. Just by applying a little bit of this under your makeup or on top of your foundation, this will give you that like lit from within glow. Now, if you are a full-on oily, you want to be careful with that, because then you might get a little too shiny, but that is always a good product, either the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter or this new e.l.f. Halo Glow what was it again? The liquid filter. Any one of these can help your foundation just get that glow to where you don't have to buy a completely new foundation. You can just get this one product and mix it up with your different foundations to get that desired effect. Overall, guys, I'm happy with the way this wear test went. I like the way my makeup looks. Yes, if you get up close, you can see where it's kind of breaking apart. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's makeup. It's intended to come off. And I just really love the finish of this product. Now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if this new foundation is on your radar. Let me know if you've already picked it up or if you're going to pass, or maybe you're going to take some of my dupe alternative recommendations instead. Leave it all in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.